Metal Gear Solid is
Kept you waiting, huh?
it's one of the biggest game franchises ever. It's quite a community. I don't know if you ever checked out the Metal Gear community. It is it's a community, alright, but that doesn't matter because today we will be looking at Metal Gear Solid and Overwatch and figuring out what skins and collab items we just might get if they ever do a Metal Gear Solid collab in Overwatch. Now why am I pondering up Metal Gear Solid in Overwatch? Simply, I really like Metal Gear Solid. I really like Overwatch. In fact, I like Metal Gear Solid so much. My favorite game of all time is one of the Metal Gear Solid games. I adore Metal Gear Solid. But also, that's not the whole reason. There's this silly chart that floats around every now and then of survey collabs people would like to see, and I don't miss that Metal Gear Solid is down there in the bottom left. I'm not missing that. So we're gonna do this right now. I got 17 different characters that could end up in Overwatch. So let's begin with the man himself, Solid Snake. Who could get Solid Snake? If you asked me 2 months ago, I'm giving it to Soldier 76. However, there's been an addition recently that I think, give him the bandana, he would have striking resemblance to Solid Snake. Emery, I think, would make a good Solid Snake skin. I think he works. Emery as Solid Snake, specifically Metal Gear Solid 2 Solid Snake. Yes, please. Moving along to Big Boss. Oh my god. No, that is not Solid Snake. Big Boss. Whoever would get Big Boss. This is where I'm gonna put Soldier 76. I think Soldier 76 has that visor. You could maybe sub it in or sub it out for an eye patch if you want to do. It depends on what Big Boss they'd want to do. If they do Big Boss, it seems like every company ever just hates doing Big Boss. Fortnite, I'm not forgetting this time last year. You told us we were getting a Big Boss skin. You didn't tell us, but you said, oh, wave 2 of Metal Gear's coming soon, and nothing. Where's my Big Boss skin? I have to sell the world. I have to sell the world in Fortnite. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Moving along to Raiden from Metal Gear. This is like a slam dunk. This is like almost certainly if they put Raiden in the game, Genji is getting it. Because Genji, I think, has pretty similar resemblance to Metal Gear Solid 4 Raiden. It's kind of uncanny. Then of course there's the sword.
I am lightning. The rain transformed.
Genji's getting Raiden. That's just like how it is. I would love to see Metal Gear Solid 2 Raiden, but that's never happening. Maybe it is. Fortnite gave us Metal Gear Solid 2 Raiden. I want to get the obvious ones out of the way. Cassidy's getting Revolver Ocelot. Like, Cassidy literally is Revolver Ocelot. Cassidy's Revolver Ocelot. There's like nothing else to say. Yeah, Cassidy Revolver Ocelot. What version would he get? I'm not sure. I kind of want to see MGS3 Ocelot. So not Revolver Ocelot, but Ocelot.
You're pretty good.
Widowmaker. Widowmaker could have a few options. She's getting one of the snipers for sure, obviously. But which one is the question? And I think Sniper Wolf is the way to go. I just think Sniper Wolf, to me, is the most iconic sniper in Metal Gear. She's my favorite. I love the end so much. I adore the end. But Widowmaker is the end. Charlie, do you hear me?
I have no regrets.
I love Metal Gear Solid 3 so much, oh my god. We've gotten all the obvious ones out of the way. all the like, yeah, that makes sense, they work, whatever. We are now moving into, I used my noggin here to think up some. Diva. Who could Diva get? Diva, I have one idea, and I haven't played Peacemaker. I obviously, because it's only on like, what was it, the PSP? So obviously I have not played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Taz in that Metal Gear she pilots would be kind of awesome. That would be kind of super awesome, if you ask me. I think that'd be cool. Taz in the Metal Gear, yes please. As Diva, oh my god. Venture now. Oh, who could Venture get? And this is a stretch. I know it's a stretch, but just hear me out. Otacon. I know Otacon is not really like Venture in personality wise, but you cannot look at, especially Metal Gear Solid 4 Otacon, and not tell me Venture wouldn't work. Like, Venture would work so well as Otacon. Oh my god. Please! I need Venture as Otacon. They're not gonna do this because Venture doesn't get skins. Venture never gets skins. But I can dream of Venture Otacon. This one I'm really proud of. This one I think looks really well. Zenyatta as Gray Fox. Oh my god. Genji could also get Gray Fox. But I lean more towards Zenyatta. I really think Zenyatta could look like Gray Fox. Or Deep Throat. Ooh. I'm not calling him that. Gray Fox. Zenyatta as Gray Fox would be cool. The only problem is aside from the head, he doesn't really look like Gray Fox at all. So that's a bug to work out, but that doesn't matter. Next up is Reinhardt. This one I'm a fan of, but it's also such a stretch. And that is the Man on Fire. Like, specifically the Man on Fire. I think Reinhardt could work as the Man on Fire. But I don't know if they'd... it's just such a pool that I don't think they'd do it. The Man on Fire is not the most well-known Metal Gear character in the world. And so I don't see that happening, and whatever. Who cares, really? Next up we got Ash. Ash, I was pondering, you know, who should Ash... We've already given away Sniper Wolf. I'm not giving her Quiet. I just don't see Ash as Quiet. Because that also means Ash would have to go barefoot, and I don't want it to. I was pondering up, and maybe my favorite female character from Metal Gear, Eva. I know, oh wow. Eva. So I want to give Ash Eva. I know they're like nothing alike really, but I think Eva could be fun. I kind of forgot Ash had Bob, so I don't know who Bob would be. Hazard. I include Hazard in all of these. I'm way too generous with Hazard. I'm not thinking like Blizzard. Hazard, I gave specifically Metal Gear Solid 3 Volgin from his boss fight. I don't want to hear anything. He would work so well as Metal Gear Solid 3 Volgin. You could even make his like spikes Volgin's bullets and stuff. Like, Hazard would work so well as Volgin, I'm telling you. Next up is Mercy. Mercy, of course she's gonna get a skin into Mercy. But who does Mercy get? Mercy was a hard one because there's not that many like female characters I feel like Blizzard would actually go for. Like Paramedic would work for Mercy, but Paramedic is not getting off the skin. Paramedic is, maybe she is, you know, I like Paramedic, I'm a big Paramedic fan. But she's not getting a skin. Mei Ling isn't either. So I went with the boss. They don't fit that well together, but I don't know. This one I think works really well. Not really well, but it works pretty well. Sigma. Sigma, at first I was like, there's no one for Sigma. And then I was thinking, and I went back to my favorite game of all time, Metal Gear Solid 2, and there's a guy in there. You might know him multiple names. George Sears. I don't know any other. Solid as Snake. Sigma should be solid as Snake. Now, will they do that? No. Solid as... People just forget Solid as Snake exists. Like, people talk about, oh yeah, there's Liquid Snake and there's Solid Snake. But no one brings up Solidus. Probably because he got kicked out of being president. I don't think he did, actually. I'm pretty sure he resigned, didn't he? George Sears resigned. He said, I'm good, guys. Anyway, Roadhog. Roadhog, I had an idea. This isn't my pick. Fat Man, though? I'm a big Fat Man enjoyer. Lucio could get Fat Man too because he's at the roller skates. But no, neither of them get Fat Man. Because Fat Man's just not who... No, Blizzard's not picking Fat Man. So for Roadhog, I picked Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid 1. Now I know what you're saying. Roadhog and Psycho Mantis have opposite builds. Like literally polar opposite builds. But that doesn't matter. They're not recreating the character. They're just putting them in an outfit inspired by them. Juno isn't Hello Kitty. She's not a cat. She's still got a Hello Kitty skin. Like, I don't know. I think Psycho Mantis Roadhog works. I'm really sorry if I butcher her name. I'm really bad at pronouncing it. Sojourn. Is that how you say her name? I don't know. I think she should get Fortune. Fortune, this isn't happening because Fortune is such a pull. It's like almost impossible that Fortune gets added for Sojourn. I don't know how to say her name, I'm so sorry. But I think it would work. I think it would be pleasant. Orisa. Now, this one I'm not a huge fan of. I don't think it works, but not that well. Orisa should get Crying Wolf from Metal Gear Solid 4. The only issue is they're both quadrupedal. But Orisa has like the centaur build almost. Well, not almost, she does. While Crying Wolf doesn't have that upper torso section. So you'd have to completely rework her. And I just don't think it works. Like, I like the idea, it's a good effort, but no. Last but not least, we're continuing the trend. I do not care if this is the biggest stretch in the world. I'm getting Juno a skin. I'm vouching for my girl, Juno. My goat. Me. Juno. I really had to ponder on this one. I was sitting there thinking, who does Juno get? Because I have to give Juno someone, I have to. If I'm getting a Metal Gear collab, Juno has to get someone, so I can reap the rewards of this. As a Metal Gear and Juno fan. So I pondered, and I sat there. Then I looked back at Reinhardt. Could you imagine how cool it would be? Reinhardt gets the Man on Fire. And then Juno gets Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid 5. And she's like floating around him. And oh my god. That would be so unbelievably cool. And I like the design of Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid 5. More than their Metal Gear Solid 1 design. Sue me, but I think Psycho Mantis' Metal Gear Solid 5 design is better than the Metal Gear Solid 1 design to me. So I'm giving Juno Metal Gear Solid 5 Psycho Mantis. She would have to be barefoot, which is kind of a tragedy because I love her big shoes. Maybe we can find a workaround here. Those are my Metal Gear Solid Overwatch collab ideas. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.